Project7 has us create a simple script file to view mounted file systems. So we log into root and we type vi myscript and enter the following information. So like I said in the book, this first line tells the shell what scripting language to use. So this !bin/bash says this is a bash shell script. Use the bash program to interpret all of the text that follows. So we're going to echo, this is a sample shell script. And it displays a mounted file system. Take the A out, it's plural, displays mounted file systems. And then mount. When we save and exit, we change the permission so that it can be executed. Actually, it has you try to run it without changing the permission, and it will fail. So now that I've changed the permission, I can run the script file. When I hit enter, I can't see the text at the beginning. So remember, you can hold down your shift key and use your page up to view more text on your screen. So I page up several times and I can now see where it says this is a sample shell script. It displays mounted file systems. The next project has us create a shell script to build a text file with information in it. So I'm going to use vi myscript2. And again, we got to put in the !bin/bash. There are other scripting languages inside of Linux that you can use, but this is the most common one, so that's why we use !bin/bash. I'm going to echo to the screen the question or explanation of what this program is. Here I've got it all typed out so that you can see what it should look like on your screen with all the spaces and stuff at a terminal screen. If you notice, the third echo down in the text, it had an enter right after mother, and the dash greater than was on another line. That was just a word wrap in Word. I may have that fixed in the PDF by the time that you view this video. So there's the look. We're reading the name variable, relation variable, and phone variable from the keyboard. And then we're going to echo that and we're going to put it into a database. Notice the two greater than symbols. Each time we run the script, it will add a name to the end of the file called database. So let's go ahead and save. We'll hit escape. And we're calling WQ and change the permission because we can't run a script that doesn't have execute rights. So now we'll run it after permissions are changed. 7 would give the root user read, write, execute, and then 5.5 gives read and execute for everybody else on the system. So enter the name of a family member. Probably should have used first and last, but so now I'll look at the file and I'll see John is my uncle, and there's his telephone number. And now it wants to increase the usefulness of the MyScript2 file and use some if statements so that it can continue running. So let's go ahead and re-edit. Use vi MyScript2 and making the following changes. I'm going to insert a new line here and make all the changes that are in the lab. So we add a new question. We have a new read to get the answer. And now we have our if statement. And remember, we have if space. You need your hard bracket, you need a space after that. And then a space after the variable, answer 1. A space after the equal mark. A space after the ending quote there on the y. A dash O. It's not a 0, but a dash O. Lowercase o. And then we have the variable again. We have another space, an equal, a space, and then an uppercase y. That way if the user does lowercase or uppercase y, it doesn't matter. Another space and ending hard bracket. Then we'll have a then statement. And we can take out this echo line that tells us what the program is doing, because it shows us the next line is supposed to be entering the family member's name. So I'm just going to delete this line. So that finishes editing the first part of the file. Now I'll go all the way to the bottom and enter a new line after database. So arrow down and over, hit enter. I'm going to type fi to end the if statement, and then all the rest of the stuff starting with echo will be added new. And here I've added a couple more lines, and then we have another if statement. Remember again, the spaces are really important. If space bracket space $, answer 2 space equals space quote y, and then a space after that, or minus o, another space, then answer 2 equal to that uppercase y, and a space after that, and a closing hard bracket. Then if that's true, do the following. Okay, with everything typed in, you hit escape and do a :WQ to write and quit. And let's run the MyScript file, the MyScript2 anyway. It wants us to answer yes to this question. And then enter a name of a family member. Of course, none of these people are related to me. I'm just making up names. And would we like to search the database? We can hit Y. And we can look for John. And notice it pulls up the one line for John. Now let's look at the file cat database and see that there are 2 people in there. And now it wants us to run the script again. Hit your up arrow key to get back to the MyScript2. Hit enter. Hit no this time. We don't want to enter somebody. And then it gives us, would you like to search? So let's look up Sue. Excuse me, I should have hit yes on that. So no, yes, and now search for Sue. Hit enter, and there it shows the line for Sue. Our next edit of the script is going to extend its capabilities even more. We're going to use a case, meaning we can branch. We can ask several questions. What would you like to do? So we don't have to answer yes or no to get to the section that we want, like we did before. We had to answer no and then yes before. Now we can just go in and say we want to go straight to search, and it'll jump to that section. It makes the script even better. So let's edit the script again. And at the very beginning, right under bash, we'll do a new question. Echo-E, what would you like to do? Notice I have not ended the quotation marks on echo. Now I end the quotation marks, and now I'm going to use another read to read input from the keyboard. Now I'm going to use an advanced feature of the VI editor and delete 5 lines. I'm going to hit escape. I'm moving my cursor down 1 line. So I'm here on this echo, what was asking questions before. I'm going to delete this echo line and the following 5 lines. I'm going to hit D, hit 5, and then hit D again on the keyboard, and it deletes 5 lines. Looks like I deleted 1 too many. If I had U on the keyboard, it will undo my deletion. Let me try that again. Let me hit D, 4D, and we'll delete 4 lines. That works better. So now I have the read answer, and then I have the echo, please enter the name of a family member. I'm going to start editing right here. I'm going to insert, enter, and I'm going to start my case, space, $answer. And then at the end of case, just so that I can see it easier, I'm going to space over or tab over, and we're searching for an uppercase A, a lowercase a, or an uppercase A. So that's one statement. And then we have our echo to the screen. I'm going to space over all of this questions so I can see that it's all part of the case. You don't have to space things over. It just makes it more visually easier to read a script file in the future, or even while you're editing it. So I'm going to change this if right here, just 2 quotation marks. And now I'm going to look for a lowercase s or an uppercase S. Actually, I need to delete a couple lines here. I'm going to hit escape on the keyboard again. I hit DD to delete 1 line because I don't need this one anymore. I've asked it up above. I don't need to read answer 2, so I'm going to hit DD again, or this if statement, or the then statement. So I'll hit DD and delete the entire line. Now I'm getting to the point where it says, what word would you like to search for? So I'm going to insert again, and I'm going to use that S pipe, uppercase S. So we're echoing that question to the screen. The read is still the same. The grep is still the same. We don't have the if statement anymore. It's being changed to 2 quotation marks. the quotation marks basically breaks up the case statement. So when you have case up above and it's looking in the answer, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines up there of echo is one case if you hit A, and if you hit S, it'll jump down between the two double semicolons for the S or uppercase S, and it runs those 3 lines. And then we have, normally in a case, a last ditch effort, the very last one down here. If you type anything else, the star, meaning any other letter, we're going to fail and give an error message. So we're going to echo, you must enter either the letter A or S. So, and then we'll end that one. So in the case, we have 2 things here. We have case 1, big A or little a, do the following information, and then down below you have the S or big S. If they type that, run that, and then if anything else, that's what the asterisk is, you must enter letter A or S. And then just like with the if statement, if you spell case backwards, that lets it know that that is the end of the case statement. So hit escape, write and quit, and run the script. So here, let's try to type a wrong letter and it'll jump to that asterisk. So hit K on the keyboard and hit enter. It jumps right to the error. Echo, you must enter either A or S. I hit up arrow key, so hit enter. Now it wants me to add, so I'll hit A. Add a new family member. So that runs. Now I'm going to hit the up arrow and run it again. This time hit S for search. And what would you like to search for? I'm going to search for Sue again and hit enter. And it brings up hers. So it makes the program a little bit better with case. You can jump right to what you're wanting to do instead of having to run through and answer yes or no questions until you get to the section that you want to run. Now they're going to have us even increase it more. We're going to change it to where that instead of quitting at the end, it will run through and ask us, do we want to continue, or actually hit Q to quit the program. So let's bring up the VI editor and go back to my script. Now we're going to insert lines again right under the bin bash. So we're adding a while statement. So while something is true, we're going to do the following information. So everything after do is going to be executed for the while statement. I'm going to clear the screen, and then we're going to echo that's already typed in for us. What would you like to do? I'm going to do all this, add an entry, search for an entry, and then we're going to add a new line right under search, which states for quit. And the enter your choice, A, S, we're going to add Q to that mix. And the read answer is going to stay the same. All the stuff in case is going to remain the same. We're going to go down here where we look up a name. What word would you like to look for? Read the word, search. Right after this, we're going to add a line called sleep. And you may have to play with this number, sleep for 4 seconds. So it's going to show the person's information on the screen for 4 seconds. It may not be long enough if you're wanting to call somebody and look at the phone number. And but after 4 seconds, it will clear the screen and ask us the question again. And then here at the error screen, this one may be good enough where you sleep for 4 seconds showing the error that you typed something wrong. Then it clears the screen and asks you the questions up above again. And then right after the closing of the case, we're going to put done, and that ends the while statement. So it's not while spelled backwards. That's one thing that's a little bit different from the other branches, is using done. So I'm going to hit escape and save it and run the script. Now we got 3 choices. We can add an entry, hit A. And after we make that entry, notice the program doesn't quit. We don't have to relaunch the shell script. It comes back and asks us for more information. So I can S and search for somebody. I'll search for John again. It waits for 4 seconds, and it will clear the screen and show us the questions again. If I make a wrong entry, such as trying to type X for exit, it's going to tell me you must enter either A or S, which I probably need to edit that to say A, S, or Q. But now we can hit Q to quit, and it drops us back. It does not drop us back. I forgot to add the extra statement. So I can hit Control C on my keyboard using my left control and C. I need to go back and edit the script. I forgot to put the extra section in here right before you must enter either A or S. So I need to insert, make a new line, put 2 semicolons, and I need to add the Q, or uppercase Q, and the word exit to actually exit the script. So let's try that again. Let's save it, rerun the script file. Now if I hit Q, it quits back to the screen. I'll run it again. If I hit X, it tells me I must enter A or S, wait 4 seconds. Now I can hit Q to quit the program. Okay, I've typed out my script 3, the next section, so you can see what it should look like on your terminal with all the spaces and stuff, in case the spaces don't look quite right in the PDF. So this one's going to run through and ask us a question to copy a file. It's going to make a directory, or the 2 pipes there, if the directory already exists or it can't make it, it'll echo the stuff directory could not be created. Then the cp command copies a file that you type into the stuff, and then the double ands, it will run the echo. File was successfully copied to the stuff. So hit escape, and we'll do :WQ after you've typed out my script 3. Change the permissions on it. And run the script. What file would you like to copy? They want us to use etc /etc/host. Hit enter. Comes up, says file was successfully copied to the stuff, or to stuff. Next, it wants us to run it again, and this time use etc init tab. Make directory, cannot create the directory. The stuff directory could not be created. And it says file name was successfully copied to stuff. So the reason we got the error is because the stuff directory already exists. It can't recreate it. So that was expected. If I type ls, I see the, or ls / I should say, we see the stuff directory. If I do ls / stuff, I should see the 2 files that have been copied into that folder. If you wanted to, you could play with that script. You could also look up the stat command, and you could use some of the other ifs or case statements. Probably more of an if statement, and check to see if the stuff directory is actually there. If it is, then don't run the command to make it. So if you wanted to play with that script and make script 3 a little better, you could. If anybody's interested in scripting and programming. Next, I'll show you script 4. So, typing out 4, we see the second echo. Notice it wraps on the screen. I did not hit enter in the middle of root. So just take a look. If you're comparing your screen to the video, I'm going to hit escape and save the file. And then I'm going to run the, actually change permission. And run the my script. Shows us the previous permissions, and then shows us the new permissions being set. So the for statement allows us to operate. Notice we listed 3 files. For each one of the files, it goes through and does something to the file. So it's the last main thing they wanted to show us in scripting.